So I'm really not sure if a 23 CX-9 is a good thing or not. Drum roll, please. What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales and Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And in this edition of Mazda News Update, we have the 23 Mazda CX-9 pricing, equipment, and trims. And I know what you're thinking. Jonathan, you said there wouldn't be a 23 CX-9, and if everything went according to plan, there probably wouldn't be. And we're going to jump into that in just a minute. For the first time in a while, Mazda is actually slimming down equipment and trims. We'll cover that and more, so stay tuned. Let's get started with the trims. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they actually shrunk down the amount of trims, which is atypical of Mazda here recently, with like 10 trims for the CX-50, 8 for the CX-5. Well, they've narrowed it down to 5 for the CX-9 in 2023. And how they did that is the Sport, it's gone. So we see that now standard is the Touring and everything above that. So this is the most equipment a current generation CX-9 has ever had. And if you're going to go out with a bang, go out with a bang. The Touring, of course, is full leather seats, heated seats, power seats. You have the full iActive suite, including the rear cross traffic and the blind spot monitoring. Also 18-inch wheels, rear power liftgate, and they've made the captain's chairs standard. So 6 passengers is standard on the Touring. That means you have 2 USBs up front and 2 USBs in the rear as part of that console, which is pretty cool. Also, you're picking up a few components from the Touring premium package: the power moonroof, the wireless charger, and LED fog lights. That's exciting. Next is last year's newcomer, the Touring Plus. And you remember this one picked up some of the Carbon Edition gloss black features, the grille, the 20-inch gloss black wheels. Also, you'll have heated seats, ventilated seats, and some of the other goodies. You can get a bench seat or 7-passenger in the Touring Plus or the captain's chair, so you have that choice. The only real differences on the Touring Plus is no Bose, you know why, and the front and rear sensors are no longer available on the Touring Plus, as well as the rear passenger sunshades. They're gone also. So a little bit of changes, but still all in all a great vehicle. Moving up from there is the Carbon Edition, so polymetal gray, red, or burgundy leather, however you want to refer to it, and all the goods that it had. So you still have the Bose, you still get satellite radio for 3 months, heated and ventilated seats, rear heated seats, standard captain's chairs, all those goodies on the Carbon Edition. Then the Grand Touring is the same old Grand Touring. We have, again, 7-passenger or 6-passenger if you get the captain's chairs. Mazda navigation is still standard on this, which means that you not only have Bose and satellite radio, but you also get the traffic sign recognition as standard and XM travel and traffic link for 3 years. And the top dog, of course, is the Signature. No changes with the Signature. However, you do see a hands-free liftgate, which is no longer available on the Grand Touring or the Carbon Edition, so they have a $50 credit for no hands-free, but the hands-free liftgate is still on the Signature and the only trim that offers that feature. Let's jump into colors. So we still have 7 colors, no changes: the Snowflake White Pearl, the Machine Gray Metallic, the Soul Red Crystal, the Deep Crystal Blue, the Sonic Silver, the Jet Black Mica, and of course, my favorite, the Polymetal Gray, which is only available on the Carbon Edition. And I'm not too sure if the presence or information now of the 2023 CX-9 availability is a good thing or a bad thing, because if everything was rolling according to plan, we'd be talking right now about the 2023 CX-90, the new crossover, the new platform. However, I'm excited that the CX-9 is still available because I know there's a lot of CX-9 fans out there. Comment below if you're a CX-9 fan, especially this generation, if you've owned one or thinking about getting one, because with the limited inventory, you may not have had that opportunity in 21 and 22. So now you kind of have the 23 available for a few more months. Not sure how long they'll run this production, if it will just be a part exhaustion, maybe for another quarter, so to the end of the year, or maybe up until they start releasing or producing the 23 CX-90. Just not sure. I know that other countries are going to get this vehicle as well, but here in America, you've got one more shot. Let's jump into pricing. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Since the Sport is gone and we're standard with Touring, that means there's a pretty substantial difference from the standard pricing of 22 and the current standard pricing of 23. And you're going to be correct. The Touring 23 is $38,750, which is a $3,470 increase from the base model or standard model to the standard model. So that's pretty substantial. However, you know from the Sport, which was a cloth interior, you get a lot more features, especially considering that you have moonroof and fog lights, things like that are standard now as well. So that $38,750 is actually a $1,320 increase over the 22 standard Touring. Also, remember, this one has captain's chairs, which is no charge, but it's pretty nice. Moving to the Touring Plus, it's actually gone down. It's $41,500, which is a $160 difference. And of course, that has mostly to do with the lack of the bows. The Carbon Edition is $44,830, and that's a $1,250 increase. The Grand Touring is $45,690, also a $1,250 increase. And the Signature is $48,460, also a $1,250 increase. And remember, none of these prices include the $1,275 destination and delivery charge. So that means that the Signature is awfully close to $50,000. If you get some port installed options such as all-weather mats or a drop hitch or anything like that, it will be north of $50,000. So that's really the first time we've seen that in a Mazda vehicle that I'm aware of, but especially a Mazda crossover. This is just warming us up because that CX-90 is going to be maybe just a little bit under 50 to begin with, but it's going to reach mid 50s to maybe 60,000 in the top trim. And of course, more information on that coming in the next 3 to 4 months, I imagine. The Signature CX-9 is quite a bargain right now. I think that wraps it up for this edition of Mazda News Update. If you have any additional questions or comments on the 23 CX-9 or anything Mazda, drop them down below, or you can text me at 334-718-0504. I am Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, and I'll be here on the Boulevard listening for all the latest Mazda news, and I'll see you on the next one.